in Elwood, Kansas this morning to make our delivery from our previous video. We have about 44,000 pounds of turkey in the trailer, and it's going to that building right there. How are you fine, great, magnificent, overachieving, awesome people doing on this beautiful morning? Our temps today aren't too shabby. Right now we're sitting right there around 82 degrees, very high humidity. I think we're going to get storms again today from what everybody's telling me. As for right now though, the wind's coming out of the south, and if it stays that way, once we get unloaded over here, we're going to have some pretty smooth sailing going back north up to Sioux City, Iowa. This facility here is basically a no-touch facility at all. I don't even break the seal or open the doors on my trailer. I slide my tandems all the way to the back. Make sure you get perfectly inside the lines, and they're tight lines at places like this, but you actually back your trailer, and the trailer actually goes inside the building just a pinch, just enough for them to open the doors. You always want to make sure though that the doors are shut when you leave. I've actually left here before and had a door open. That's how easy it is. We are in the doors, which means I cannot open the doors and show you the product, but it's meat. I'm sure it's in tubs. No, actually I bet it's not in tubs. I bet it's in boxes. That light just went from green to red. When it goes to green again, I am completely unloaded.
Hello?
I will pull ahead and I will check my doors, check that the trailer is completely empty, and we will get underway. It doesn't get much easier than that. Yeah, that's how you know it's humid out. No condensation. The trailer was set at -10 when we brought it in here. When I used to haul ice cream loads, I used to set them at -20. You could just see it go out and all the way across the ground. 8 minutes. That's what it took them to unload the trailer. It took them 8 minutes. Why can't every place work like this? are you?
Good, how are you?
I am dandy. Thank you, brown cows, for your chocolate milk sacrifice. The pink cows are the ones that make. You only have a certain opportunity to talk when you're walking towards first class. It's just like when I shut the door, I have to pause for a second before I start talking to you, or the microphone doesn't act right. It hears a boom and it goes quiet. Or if you're walking up to first class, it gets really noisy. But like I was saying, the pink cows are the cows that make the ultimate sacrifice. You imagine being pink your whole life just to give people strawberry milk? You're judging me. Dad, I'm not judging you, but I smell you have a breakfast sandwich in your possession, and I would like my percentage. Your percentage? Dad, I am the star of this show, which means I get a certain percentage of whatever you have. I guess we could go with that. I gave you no, don't get up. I gave you your percentage. I just want to show them what they will get if they get a breakfast sandwich here. You will get one slice of bacon and a thin little patty of some scrambled egg thing. So I would skip this place on getting breakfast sandwiches. No. I gave you some already. I need to eat some. You would never guess that it's supposed to storm today. I actually sent Tater Tot a text message and said, hey kiddo, why don't you go ahead and put your car in the garage. Go ahead and put it in my spot. It's my dually, good old Unreliable. I think I'm just gonna call it Unreliable instead of Money Pit. It's back in the shop, getting some stuff fixed up. We'll go with that. But I told her to go ahead and put her car in there. It's supposed to hit probably around 2 o'clock in our neck of the woods over in western Iowa. But I think the rest of Iowa, they're actually in like what you call a derecho warning. They're expecting storms, but with 80 to 90 mile per hour winds. You'd never guess it. You wouldn't. They just got rain not too long ago here. Actually, you know what? Never. I take that back. They got rain here. I heard Omaha got 7 inches of rain last night. If you caught the last video, we were buzzing down 29 and it was raining. But once we got to Omaha, it wasn't doing anything. But I heard that at some point it must have moved in after we went through, and they ended up with 7 inches of rain. That's insane. That's a lot of moisture. Opie's over there eating grass. That bacon and egg probably gave him a little bit of a tummy ache. So we're expecting some high winds, higher than right now, and a lot more rain, a lot more storms. We're in Purcellville, Iowa, just off of Interstate 29. We buzzed through Missouri pretty smooth. Called up California. I was on the phone with him for a while, so that's what we were doing there. My goal is to make it maybe Ottawa. Yeah, maybe Ottawa, Iowa. Maybe about another 100 miles north of here. Then we'll probably camp out there and just wait for our next trailer to be loaded. It's supposed to be loaded this afternoon. We're going right back down to Elwood, Kansas tonight. I think that's where we're camped out. I don't know what time this afternoon it's supposed to be loaded. I don't really want to go to Sioux City and wait for it there. That sound like a good plan to you guys? He's really going to town, man. He found himself a good stash of grass. I'm going to show you something very scary. Like in our last video, if you're squeamish, look away. The flies are biting, which means it's going to rain more. It's a good sign, a wise tale, right? Flies start biting, and I'm not used to wearing shorts. We just started wearing them yesterday. If you missed why I'm wearing shorts, you have to catch that on yesterday's video. Just to let you know how humid it is out, I opened the door to let Opie in, and my gauge is all frogged over. My legs hurt, dude. Those flies, they were out for blood. I mean, they were biting hard. A couple of them, I thought I got stung by something. Craziness, man. I sit here and I say it's humid, and it is humid, but I promise you, once that corn back there gets probably about 4 feet tall, it's going to get a lot more humid and sticky. I'll be just fine with it as long as the wind goes away. If the wind goes away, you get those hot, humid, sticky days where the wind's not blowing. Most people hate that, and my body hates that, but my mind loves it. I will sweat very badly. Like every shirt I wear will be completely soaking wet the rest of summer. But my mind really likes it versus the winter. Volvo horns are very loud. Very, very loud. I did not expect that. Somebody honked their horn at us and just kept pointing down at the bottom side of my truck. So we're going to jump out and see what they were pointing at. Ah, there you go. That nice blue Volvo just saved your steps. Yeah, they wouldn't have come out anyway. They could have come out. They could have very well come out. No, I was just kicked back in the recliner chilling out. The truck came up beside me and honked his horns. That thing had some sound to it. Thank you. just talked to Mom and Dad, and they were both telling me that storm just north of us right here is supposed to have 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts in it. It's not a huge storm, but it sounds like a pretty nasty one. We're just north of Missouri Valley right now, and I think we're just going to set put. We're going to set up camp right here just for a little bit. These glasses just make a huge difference. Yeah, we got time. We're probably going to have about a 550 mile day in by the time we finish today, but we still have time. We got an empty wagon on the back. 70-mile-an-hour winds don't really mesh really well with those. It's not as bad as like if we were pulling that thing empty. Those things are parachutes. We'll watch the storm from a distance this time instead of driving through it. Unless there's hail. I wonder if there's hail. No, I don't want to risk it. If there was hail and no wind, it would be okay. Probably scare the crap out of him though, and I don't want to do that. But I would like a new hood. But I don't want to roll the truck over to get that new hood. I know you guys can't see it, but oh, here. Like, you see those trees right there? They're not moving at all. I don't know if you can see all the way up there to the left of that white building. Those trees are moving a lot. I was just on the phone with Uber Dad, and he goes, man, you are just right on the line. And then when I was showing him, I sent him a picture of what's over here. He said, yeah, that's the tail end of that stuff I didn't like. Look at that. That shot I just took of over there was about 60 seconds ago. We had our window down. That's how quick it's moving in. Hopefully it'll move out just as fast. Dad was saying, once this blows through, don't waste your time, get going, because just south of me they just issued a tornado warning again. Have I told anybody I'm just so sick of storm season? There's a truck right there. And maybe he went past the off-ramp to the interstate. He pulled over right on the interstate. He probably just missed it. He probably just thought, oh crap, I missed it. But it's raining so hard I can't see out my window. I'm not a fan of pulling over on the side of an interstate. Today's technology, now granted I have Uber Dad and Mom back home. They kind of just keep track of me out here on the road, so I am lucky. I am very fortunate. Worst case scenario, I'd have to just watch the radar while driving. They can do it at home. Works out a little bit nicer for me. Just not a fan of pulling over on the side of an interstate. Scratch that. He's not pulled over on the side of the interstate anymore. He's now backing down the on-ramp. Well, Kurt, he's not on the side of the interstate anymore. I know, you're right. You're right. Right there probably technically is safer than where he was. I just would not suggest backing down an on-ramp. Pretty good though. We did really good backing down it. Well, until right where he's at now. You gotta realize, it's raining pretty good. You can't see through those mirrors the best probably. Curious what he's gonna do right here. We're just gonna go ahead and keep recording. Oh, his window's down. Oh, that looks like it's really wet. Oh, nope. Nope, buddy, you keep going, you're going to drop that thing straight in the ditch. No, we're going to pull ahead. What are we going to do now? What are we going to do now? Okay. it again. Oh, buddy, you're not going to pull this off, man. Do not drop that truck in that ditch or I am stuck in here. Do not do it. Just straighten up and park right on the ramp. Okay, alright, you're getting it now. No, you're not getting it. You're going to drop the front end of that truck in that ditch. Kurt, get outside and guide him. Are you guys insane? I am made of sugar, man. I am a very sweet man. Just park on the on-ramp, dude. Nope, nope, he's got her straight now. You got it. Keep it up, man. Alright, start turning her a little slower. I cannot believe he's backing down. Oh, Kurt. Dude. Oh, yeah. Our rest area has filled up pretty nicely. I don't know if you can see it in the mirrors there. So thank you very much, Mom and Dad. Missouri Valley, you do not need this rain. You guys are flooding. A little bit more rain and you guys will be losing your Highway 30. Last time I seen that happen was 2019. That's because the river flooding. This is just rain flooding. Just a little heads up, that's not a field, or that's not a lake. That's a field. Come on, Opie. My headset on. I'm listening to that Ryan Hall, you all, on YouTube. He's got 2 million subscribers. I don't need to promote him at all. Amazing how much better his little YouTube channel, or his huge YouTube channel, is than watching the actual weather channel. It's amazing. I called, I sent a couple texts to my sister-in-law and brother-in-law and made sure somebody talked to Sarah's grandma. They all live over into that south central part of Iowa, and like Red Oak, Iowa, showing a tornado on the ground. So it's, Opie, come here. There's no mud over here. It is truly something, because you switch over to the Weather Channel and there was nothing. I didn't see a darn thing on the Weather Channel about any of that. Pretty cool. Good part is, you know, he's got a bunch of spotters that he works with, and the way it sounds is that's how that Red Oak tornado was found. It wasn't on the radar, I think. I've been on the phone too, so been in between a lot of things. We're in Sloan, Iowa right now. We're only 20 miles from Sioux City. We're gonna stay put right here until my trailer's ready. I really don't like waiting in Sioux City for my trailer. I'd rather just sit down here somewhere south of Sioux City, because, you know, if I go to the yard, it's gonna be muddy, it's gonna be hectic, it's gonna be people running around. If I try to go to one of the truck stops, they're gonna be full. Those truck stops in Sioux City never really empty out. So it's just better just to come here and hang out here. It should be ready within the next hour or two though. Come on, give me your hand. Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you, young man. Have you been on the road long? You been doing some trucking? How many states have you been to? Dad, I've been to a lot. Yes, you have. It hasn't just been Kansas forever. You used to go all around the countryside, didn't you? Been to New Mexico a few times. Yeah. Been out east a lot. Yeah, you have. Sometimes people may think I like Subway because I eat here every once in a while. I don't, but it's warm and it'll work. I need to repack the truck with some food. Haven't repacked it the past 2 weeks. There's a DOT officer sitting right over here. If I keep talking to you long enough, you will see him. Not 100% sure what he's doing in there, but he's sitting right there. Okay, I have my food. I don't have a trailer yet. I'm gonna go back to my Ryan haul, y'all. There's 3 tornadoes so far in Iowa. Again, another outbreak, and they are all in that same area as the first outbreak that came in probably a month ago now. Oh, that's a shiny hiney. Well, that took a little bit longer than expected to get the trailer. We now have pants on, and I was turning the heater valves back on in the truck. I shut them off the other day because I figured, well, we're into our 90s. There's no way we're going to dip down below 50 degrees again, probably. It's 42 degrees. We're almost into winter temps again. So we have pants on and a heater. If you're a hefty guy and you go from comfy shorts to pants, you're like, oh, my tummy's being squeezed again. Anyway, we have our trailer, 44,000 pounds of turkey. We're going to take this down to Elwood. My windshield's fogging over. We're going to take this down to Elwood, Kansas, and that's about that. Well, we are just south of Omaha, Nebraska, or south of Council Bluffs, Iowa, on Interstate 29 here, where we pulled into a Love's truck stop. I have a craving. Yes, you're probably thinking, more food, Kurt, you just ate Subway. I ended up throwing out most of that Subway sandwich. I just can't do them. They're just nasty. We've been sitting here for 15 minutes trying to get into the truck stop. I seen 2 of the utility trucks leave. They're not affiliated with this. I think somebody is trying to get into a parking spot, I'm assuming. No one has said anything over the radio yet, at least. Not too sure what's going on. Those power trucks, though. Iowa got hit with another round of tornadoes today. I I almost just want to say I'm okay with a drought, because at this point, every week, you never know if a tornado is going to come to your area or come to your area. Greenfield, Iowa got slammed. Des Moines had tornadoes all around it. You just never you never realize how many people you know, how much your family is spread out in one state until a tornado outbreak goes through that portion of the state. Everybody made it out okay. Our friends over there by Ames, Iowa, up in that neck of the woods, made it out good. My family in Des Moines made it out good. My family in the south central side of Iowa made it out good. Just a lot of water. Holy smokes. Missouri Valley, I'm going to try to remember to stop up there tomorrow just to show you how much water is going on. I know I haven't seen that much since 2019. I'm just ready for I am saying I am ready for a tornado break, and we haven't had anything back home. I can't imagine what you guys are feeling in the rest of the state that is getting multiply hit almost on a monthly basis now. I am half tempted to pull into this truck stop over here to our right, Opie. Yeah, it is closed, but I need to use the little boy's room. Yeah, so do I. Now that we have escaped the chaos from across the street, they must be pretty strict on no parking here, because I never see trucks parked in here. Opie is staying glued to my side right now because he's thinking, Dad, it's really cold, man. Can you imagine getting hit with a tornado and then the temperature's dropping all the way down into the 40s? I know when we got hit with our tornado was April 9th, 2011. It took the house out. Luckily, Mom and Dad's house was livable, so we stayed there. But it snowed a couple days later after that. That was on April 9th. This is at the end of May. Kind of crazy weather this year, that's all I'm gonna say. We have 120 miles left till we get to Elwood, Kansas. Running a little bit behind schedule, but like I said earlier, the trailer just took a little bit longer to get loaded. It's off. Don't let it know that I know it's off. It'll be short-lived. About 2 hours into that thing screaming, I'm going to want to fire that truck back up and just let the truck lullaby me to sleep versus listening to that thing scream all night. We've made it here to, we're here. That's all you guys need to know. We're here. We're going to deliver about 2 miles down the road tomorrow morning, and then see what tomorrow brings for us. I think we're going somewhere in Nebraska after we get back up to the city. That sounds like a plan. Yeah. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. If you haven't yet, please go over to truckingwithschmidt.com and check out Uber Dad's merch. He's been working on some new stuff. He's got some Father's Day stuff coming out. That way you guys can maybe get some dads some pretty cool merch, some stickers, hats, shirts, sweatshirts, hats. What else? Koozies. I don't know. He's got a whole lineup of stuff. You guys should probably go check that out if you got a few moments. Other than that, you guys stay safe, and as always, I will see you next time.